Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1-day chart. We're sitting here just under 52.5 cents. And we're dipping right now with the rest of the market. Look at Bitcoin. But you know, people only see XRP dipping. The entire market could be red, and the only crypto that they will talk about dipping down is XRP. It's like they're trying to fudge you into selling your crypto. Don't let it happen. And if you look at the 1-month chart, we're still ranging between 50 and 55 cents. No real price movement is happening right now. We're still waiting for that major catalyst to happen that sends this cryptocurrency. May 8th, public version, settlement anytime. There's people once again calling today a big day that settlement's going to happen between Ripple and the SEC. But here's what it actually is. The SEC files a public redacted version of the reply brief and any supporting exhibits not designated by either party or any third parties as confidential or highly confidential under the protective order. So now we're going to see what the SEC's reply is to Ripple. That's all that's going to happen. I want this case to come to an end as soon as possible. But I don't think it's going to happen on the days listed here. I think it's going to happen out of nowhere. Look what happened when we got clarity for XRP. Everybody was calling this day in the future and that day, and then all of a sudden it happened all at once. Same thing's going to happen with the settlement as well, when we all least expect it. Ripple partner Neum and Emirates NBD have connected to enhance cross-border payments from the UAE to the rest of the world. The partnership will allow Emirates NBD to offer a seamless, instantaneous, cost-effective remittance experience to customers. Like I always told you, what do they want? Fast, cheap, and secure. They want real-time payments. And Neum is just out there absolutely crushing it all the time, putting more and more rails in place. And you know, once this whole rail system is complete, I think that's when we're going to watch XRP go live on those rails. And it's going to be a very exciting time when it happens. So it begins. Kraken services shutting down. Kraken will be shutting down trading services in New York on June 1st, 2024. And we're going to see more of this happen along the way. Take a listen to Ripple partners Zodia Custody on the evolution of custody-type services. I'm just going to play a small clip of this. Take a listen.
But also to the custodians as well. And so I think that is where we will evolve. I think the number of custodians are going to significantly reduce. I think a number of the exchanges will significantly reduce. And the more interesting part, I think, is where you get the venues coming in, which are doing something very particular for clients. It's a bit of a long answer, but I think it's that many to many, which I think is going to be super interesting for the industry.
I think what we're going to watch happen over time is these custody companies like Zodia and Medico are also going to offer on-off ramps as well. A one-stop shop is what I'm picturing. And a lot of exchanges are going to disappear over time. And that's why I'm always telling you, no exchange is 100% safe. An exchange could fold up just like that. And all of a sudden, your crypto could be gone. Look what happened with FTX. Buy your crypto on the exchange, but don't leave it there. German central bank president calls for swift adoption of CBDCs to stay competitive. So if you would have asked me 20 years ago if the central bank business model was destroyable or not, I would have said no. Now I'm not so sure anymore. We need to work on our business model, and DLT is just a means, an instrument that could help us here to get to that point. We need to speed up on all this. If part of your core product is losing attractiveness, then you have to think about another new core product. So it looks like they're going to start fast tracking CBDC in Germany as well. And the BIS is calling for this, and so is the IMF. And we watch this happen in country after country because China, through BRICS, is speeding things up. The same thing is happening, in the ECB right now, European Central Bank. They're fast tracking as well. So now they're urging everyone else to get on board. Start moving along quicker. You're lagging behind. I had stated that RippleNet is the brain of the Finternet and Stellar is the veins. Here's more evidence into this living system being created. Now this comes from Mr. Man. I'm not going to play the video from the BIS. When they're talking about the Finternet, it's going to affect every single country. I keep seeing people saying, oh, well, the BRICS, they're going in their own direction. No, they're not. They're tying in with the BIS and the IMF. They're all working together to create the Finternet. And Ripple and Stellar are going to play their role inside of that. And once that goes live, that's going to be an epic time to be an XRP holder. How long is it going to take? And how long do you have to make as much money as possible? Take a listen to Raw Paul.
6 years. 6 years until the economic singularity. When we don't understand how economies work anymore, that's 6 years to make as much money as possible or get ourselves positioned when AI and robotics change the entire formula for GDP.
Now he's saying 6 years. I don't think we even have 6 years. Look at how fast AI is evolving. Look at how fast we're rushing into the new financial system. Germany's now told to speed things up. Other countries are probably being told the same thing. I think we probably have 3 to maybe 4 years to make as much wealth as you possibly can. Because AI, as that evolves, it's going to take more and more jobs along the way with it. We're going to see a decent run-up in alt season for all these cryptocurrencies. After alt season is when I think the real excitement is going to begin. That's when we're going to see utility drive the price of these ISO cryptocurrencies. At first, it's going to start out slow, but as it picks up momentum, I'm telling you, this is your one shot to get rich. Because if you don't take this opportunity, you're going to be stuck on UBI, CBDC. I still think there's going to be an alternative to CBDC as well. That people that are wealthy will be using that system, while everyone else is stuck on universal basic income. And you could see it leaning in that direction already. And there's going to be other options as well. Right now, on the mainstream media news, recently, I've been watching people now talking about the death of the dollar, saying that what's going on isn't working. We're spending way too much money. And they're urging people to get invested in the stocks because, of course, that's their job. Or they're telling people to get into gold and silver. But you have your opportunity sitting right in front of you. It's called XRP. And you either hold this cryptocurrency with the plan to hold it long term, or you're going to sell your entire bag on the first run-up alt season, and you're going to be left behind when utility kicks in. Because once utility comes, it's going to be up only for XRP. That's what I see playing out. Ripple and XRP fall within the system because their payment system is closer to what traditional banks do today. This comes from Smoke, and he's been on a roll with this lately. So energy intensity data does not exist for each. We note that XRP's consensus protocol system is comparative, much more efficient than Bitcoin's POW. It takes 3 to 5 seconds for XRP Ledger to confirm each block. Ledger versus 10 minutes for blockchain. Though we would add that Ripple has created a payment system that requires a centralized intermediary to check transactions, so Instant isn't directly comparable to the Bitcoin system and is closer to what traditional banks do today. Take notice whenever they talk about energy. That tells you Bitcoin is not part of the plan at all. But Bitcoin maxis, they keep telling people, Bitcoin's the future. You'll see, it's going to have mass adoption. Not once a new system is put in place and all the banks transition into that new system. Then they go on to say this, to question of whether a given crypto asset will be recognized as part of formal payment system will largely depend on how it is meant to be used in a given jurisdiction. Bitcoin and Ether fall outside, while Ripple and XRP often fall within the system. They're already telling you XRP is part of the new system that they're building out right now. And people are still so worried about the price of XRP on a daily basis. Look at the much bigger picture. They've been spelling it out for you for years now. And it's all coming together because things are being accelerated right now. Having obtained Fedwire Funds Service ISO certification, we are uniquely positioned to bring the benefits of the new messaging standard to any institution processing wire payments. So now they're going after wire transfers as well. And that comes from Volante, a Ripple partner. Paves the way for a speed compliance for wire payments. That comes from XRP drops. And you could see how little by little it's all being pieced together. And if it's not being done by Ripple directly, it's always partners of Ripple. The Australian Taxation Office has asked cryptocurrency exchanges to provide the personal data and transaction details of up to 1.2 million accounts, according to the report. Like I said, we are all in this together. It doesn't matter what country you are in. We are in this together because crypto regulations are going to be global crypto regulations. And look at what they're going after, that tax money. They want to make sure we're all paying our fair share. You know, when I talk about this and I point to what's going on in the US, right away, people from other countries say, well, that's a US problem. Same thing happens here. If I'm talking about something that's going on in the EU or maybe in the UK, people right away say, well, that's a UK and an EU problem. No, this is a global event that's happening right now. It's going to affect every single country around the world. And it's the same reason why I told you Tether has no future. Because if it can't meet MiCA regulations, it's done. Because MiCA-like regulations are going to be put in place in every single country around the world. Ripple's conclusion. Ripple Labs Inc. comments to the Federal Trade Commission on the supplement notice of proposed rulemaking regarding impersonation, prohibiting impersonation. Now, this is what they're talking about here is those AI videos of Brad used to steal people's XRP. You've seen them all over YouTube and even X as well. It's a good thing that Ripple is getting ahead of this. They want to put an end to this. You know, people are losing their crypto way too often in this space. And it's why I'm always telling you, keep your crypto safe. Don't trust the exchanges either. You know, you go and you buy groceries at the grocery store. You don't leave the groceries behind. You take them with you. You take them home. Take your crypto home with you. And I can't stress that enough. And I still see people on a daily basis talking to the bots on this channel. If you see a WhatsApp, do not interact with those bots. As soon as they say, hit me up on WhatsApp or whatever, that is a bot. It's not me. And I stress that because now is the most important time to keep your crypto safe. We are about to go into alt season. Once it happens, I want all of you to share that experience because it's going to be a wonderful time ahead. And I can't wait to share it with all of you. We are not going to be sitting at 52 and 53 cents forever. It is absolutely coming. But until it does happen, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.